What's up, y'all? This is the Opinionated Podcast, South Jersey's #1 podcast, and we are your hosts.
I'm Cool Kev.
Dash.
And I'm Big Dre. And we're going to get started today with a little bit of pride.
Yeah, we're going to be speaking on,
Radio host.
Yeah, we sound like a fucking radio host. We sound like a...
Immediately cursed.
All right. You sound like a radio. Nah, we do sound like
you ain't give me the claps neither.
I told you, but you wanted to have it faced that way. I'd have been on that shit.
Come on,
Let's
man.
go.
We here, bro.
South Jersey's #1 podcast. We here. It's Opinionated Podcast. Today we're going to talk about Pride Rock.
So
Pride that men have, right?
Pride that men have.
And the things that obstacles that they may have to overcome.
All right, listen.
And endure.
Let me loosen you guys. Loosen you guys' buttholes up already.
That wasn't bad.
No, y'all get on here and get too tight, man. Let's have this No, let's seriously.
Okay.
I don't ever want to hear you talk about loosening any guy's butthole again. That's going to stop right now.
Right
We're not even going down that rabbit hole, but listen.
Okay.
You and holes. This is going to
Nah,
end this
nah.
today.
Nah, we're going to talk about it. Because, Dre, you've been saying, bro, you have a lot of pride.
In what?
You don't have pride about certain things, though.
Of course I do.
You my
I think
homie.
we all do.
You my homie. I know, like, I say suggest certain things to you, jobs or anything like, yo, bro, I'm not doing that.
Oh, you're right. You're right. Yeah, it's a lot of
I
things.
think that's more.
If
In
I
a term like
skill-
that, that's more of a sense of worth.
That's pride.
That's more of a sense of worth because
They
I'm
might
not
be
going
tied
to
together.
do something that I know that I should be getting paid more for.
Bro,
You
so
know
if
what I
you
mean?
if you are down bad and
Okay.
you need bread and you need money, somebody say, bro, I got a way you want to do things a legit way, you just gonna like, nah.
So what you mean?
I'm too good for that right now.
Give me an example.
All right, bro. Say you've been out of work for like 6 months.
Happened.
Your unemployment is about to run out. Everything's about to stuff is getting cut off around your crib.
Okay.
And I say, look, bro, I know you was making X amount of dollars, but this dude to hire you right now, take the job. You can do it for a couple of months while you still looking, and you can still keep looking for another job.
What is the job?
But this is just to hold you over. I don't care. Say if you make it just any job, but say you went from making 27, now you're making 18, but it's able to keep lights and bills on. You're not gonna take it?
I will, because it happened to me before. It happened to me when I lost my job at Verizon and I was unemployed for 6 months. And
How long
No,
did it take? But no, how long?
It's going to depend on the job.
No.
Well, that's what I said.
It's going to depend on the
because
job.
if you're saying,
And that's
okay,
where the pride
clean
and
up elephant shit.
wealth is worth is.
clean up elephant shit, I'm gonna be like, nah,
Bro, so you're gonna let your lights get shut off because you don't want to clean up elephant shit?
You're going to find a different way of revenue.
Say I can do something else. That's more of where
Nah,
my
okay,
pride comes
That's
in.
a self-worth. That's a self-worth.
And that's not self-worth, that's pride,
Yeah.
dog.
Nah.
So
Well,
let
it's
me
both.
ask, no,
It's more both.
it's not both. So if
Okay.
it might be both, but if the job is 18 and you can't find no other job making 18 that can keep your standard of living, but you will go take a job
18
doing.
doesn't keep my standard of living.
I'm just saying,
Yeah, I understand.
I'm
what you're
saying
saying,
if
but
I lose.
18 to keep you afloat. It won't
You're right.
have you in the dark.
Right.
But you go take 15 working at Walmart, but you're not shoveling elephant poop.
So here's this part.
Okay.
Part. Same scenario. Is Dre being too prideful if he decides he's not going to sell drugs to make the money?
bro,
Is he being too prideful to decide he's not going to prostitute?
selling
Because you've been there before.
I was going.
selling drugs?
I would prostitute.
Selling drugs is like last show.
No, it's not about a morals thing at that point. It's about the pride that you have. You know what I'm saying? If you're offering him a way to make money to keep food on the table, and he's like, "Nah," is he being too prideful?
Bro, I can't listen. If I come to you and like, look, bro, I see everything is getting shut down.
Good job, Dre.
If I see everything's getting shut down around you, getting turned off, and I come to you, I'm like, look, bro, I'm coming to you with this,
Right.
and you're like, oh, I'm not doing that.
Maybe some things ain't for everybody. Imagine you offer him that job, he go to that job, he does terrible, they let him go immediately.
Dog, it don't gotta be let.
Y'all can use someone
I'm just
else
saying.
as
I'm just saying.
Nah,
no,
today is you.
Nah. I'm not saying.
I'm just saying.
But
I'm not
I mean, as
Man,
I understand
listen,
what you're saying. I understand what you're saying into the views of you saying that Dre is a prideful person. Maybe
I'm not saying he's a prideful person. I'm just saying.
I'm just here, man. I'm just here. I'm ready to pod. What's going on?
Nah.
I mean, I could really break some stuff down, but when it comes to the way I feel now, I'm I'm not gonna say things are below me, but let me ask you a question. If somebody said, "All right, cool, come work at Taco Bell," are you gonna go work at Taco Bell?
Bro, I have.
I'm talking about you now.
You talking about me? I'm
Right now.
I'm gonna tell you my situation. I lost my job at U.S. Environmental. My unemployment wasn't working out.
Okay.
I went and worked for some pastor I didn't know who had a cleaning business, making $9 an hour, paying me underneath the table, just so I wouldn't have to go to jail, so I could somehow pay my child support.
It's different, but go ahead.
That's not what's different about it.
Going to jail is different from getting your lights cut off. I mean, at the time,
if you got kids in the house,
at the time,
you got when they cut lights off, that means heat probably don't work. You can't cook on the stove. You can't microwave stuff, dog. If you got electric stove,
okay,
you really gonna sit up in the crib and starve because of where you working at?
See, I would never do that. But you're saying that
you're saying like that there's no other
jobs
options
that exist.
Yeah,
dog. I didn't have any at the time. We was going through the recession. You remember that at that time when I lost my job, is the recession was starting to happen. So nobody wasn't hiring.
I think that was more of the opportunity that was closest and more ready available to you at the time, because I'm pretty sure if you had been a little bit more patient, you would have found something else. But at that time, you needed to do something.
I applied to the job I'm working at now multiple times because I wanted to get in here.
A lot of people did though.
Yeah.
And
like,
that's one of those things. I knew it was sustainable. I was applying to everything that was my skill level at the time. Remember, I could operate equipment and all that stuff. I can do everything. So I was applying to my skill level jobs.
Okay.
But nobody wasn't hiring at the time. This dude said I can make money. Stuff was getting tight and stuff was getting cut off. I was losing stuff. My car got repo. Just did what I had to do, bro.
See,
that ain't pride.
But then I see, that's what I'm saying. I think we should just use anybody else's, because I would do that. I went from, at the time, this was what, 10 years ago, 20 something dollars an hour to like 15. That's like a full $10 drop for doing what was in my skill set that I applied to mad other companies for. They wouldn't call me. This one company called me and I went there and worked and made a drastically lower amount than I was used to. And the pride in me, didn't let me stay there, I guess, or my self-worth wouldn't let me stay there, but I had to start from there and then go right back up to where I'm at now, which now I'm making a considerable amount more than that, but I still would take another job because I don't want to be in your motherfucking house. Excuse me. I don't want to be in your house doing things that I don't want to do.
I just feel like the job scenario has too many. There's too many different variations of what you can use. It could be pride. It could be self-worth. It could be a multiple different things that you may decide this ain't for you at the time. But I mean, when you want to get into pride, let's take a little bit more of a better example. Like, say, for example, you don't want to apologize when you're wrong. You're too prideful. You think that, what I'm saying, a situation may not deserve an apology, even though somebody else may feel as though you should apologize. Like, you ever been in a situation where something happens and you did something or say something, and they be like, that's fucked up, you should apologize. And you're like, I ain't apologizing. No, I ain't apologizing. No. Why? They did it to themselves. Or they, you know what I'm saying? Like,
everybody been there, but I'm talking about as far as us as men, we stand on a lot of stuff. We stand on a lot of hills and die on hills that we don't have to die on with dumb stuff.
That's true.
Even say like you saying apologize.
Yeah,
that's one of them.
Yeah, how many chicks you lost just because you ain't want to say you were sorry? Or you was in the wrong.
I lost none. I'm never wrong. Is that wrong?
Nah, that's pride, dog.
Never wrong.
Pride kills, dog.
It's
good having pride.
Just looking at you when you say that.
It's good in having pride.
Mean every word of it too. I'm never wrong.
It's good in having pride in certain stuff, but dog, if you wrong,
pride in your appearance,
yeah, that's cool.
Okay,
pride in your appearance, pride in the work that you do and you put in.
So
but if situations get bad where when you start endangering other people's quality of living, dog,
right,
based on your pride not to do something, then that's a bad thing. Or yourself.
So name a time when you felt as though you had to bite the bullet and swallow your pride and go back on something that you thought you wasn't going to do or didn't have to do, or maybe just didn't want to do because you felt as though your pride was in the way at the time.
There's plenty of stuff.
I gotta think about that because I've done plenty of times.
I remember, dog, I went on a calling spree.
I'm about to say, you feel like you're so prideful that you don't even think about it afterwards. Like, it just disappears. Like, nah, nigga, that ain't pride. That's me.
I definitely have things that I've had to go back on and swallow my pride on. I'm just trying to think of one of them.
It's hard to think about it, right?
One of them, it's like, oh my gosh.
I feel as though when you feel like you're right, or if you may not necessarily look at it as pride at the time, but you might feel as though it's just something that like like it's a moral for you, like, oh, it's nah, this is the way it's supposed to be. What are you talking about? And then you realize, oh man, I maybe I just gotta swallow my pride and just do this or get this over with, or you know what I'm saying? Maybe I gotta go back on what I thought I was gonna say or gonna do for this person or to this person.
You know what? I have one. It was I was just ready. I was ready to walk out a customer's house. Maybe this is not one, but maybe this is more just me saying, all right, I understand because I've been there. When I went into a guy's house, this was like a couple months ago, and he had a problem with the company that I work for. I'm the fifth guy out, and it was early in the morning on Saturday that they made the appointment for, but whatever. And he kind of got smart with me, and my first thought was just to walk out of the door because I don't got to take nothing you saying. I don't care. I don't care whatever you got from us. I don't care if it works or not. I don't care if your house blows up. Like, I really don't. People don't understand that when, oh, my bad, I'm going off on a tangent, but
no, go ahead. This is what a podcast is.
People
Podcast
don't.
is humans. It's not a radio station.
Definition of podcast.
People don't understand if when somebody comes in your house to do any type of service, y'all talk to them as if they own the company. I don't own my company, because if I owned my company, I wouldn't be at your house doing work. Does that make any sense?
The other Andre.
Does that make any sense? I wouldn't. So when you say something about the company and think that I'm supposed to care, I don't. Because if I didn't see you today, I would see someone else. If I didn't see that person, I would see someone else. Like, I don't have to come to your house and fix anything.
And they all complain the same.
Yeah.
All the complaints are the same.
So getting smart with me does nothing. All it does is make me say, call my manager, like, this customer is acting blah, blah, blah. I'm about to walk out of here. And he'll say, or I'll tell him I feel uncomfortable, which, I can. I'm not going to box you in your crib and you can go upstairs and grab a gun. Not going to do that.
Well, you feeling uncomfortable is a legit reason.
It's a legit reason. So my thing is I can just call him like, yo, I feel uncomfortable. All right, leave. Cool. So the guy says something smart. And mind you, it wasn't the worst thing I've ever heard, but it was like I asked him, hey, what's going on? Like, what's the problem? And he mumbled something, or he didn't say anything, or I didn't hear him say anything. Then I said, very politely, like I always do with anybody, I said, so what seems to be the problem? What you guys got going on? He said something to the effect of, yo, man, I already told you, man. I said it like 4 times. And I'm like, so I looked at him like, I didn't snap at him or nothing like that, because sometimes you're just confused. So I just was like, yo, man, I'm just here to do a job. I could do it or not. What's up? And then we continued to walk in, and he continued to explain what was going on. And as time went on, he finished by saying, I just woke up. Like, basically saying like, oh, I was, you know what I mean? Like, oh, I just wake up grumpy. That ain't my problem,
Yeah.
my brother.
Given a reason to be irrational.
Yeah, that ain't my problem. I don't, like I said, your house can burn down. I don't care. I don't want it to. I'm just saying, like, it's not my responsibility to make you safe.
What was your pride in that?
So the pride was, any other time you could actually say, like, you're going to be a man. You're going to be a man and say, who do you think you're talking to in your house? Who do you think you're talking to?
How dare you talk to me in such a manner where you pay bills?
When you pay bills. Like, bro, it's like you go into that man thing. If that person said that to you on the street, or if anybody said that to you on the street, you're automatically going to snap, because it's like, dog, what you want to do then? You go into man mode. But I had to stop and say, you know what? This is my job. Sometimes people do have bad days. You understand? Mm-hmm. Because I literally, I paused for a really uncomfortable amount of time. And then I went into my, dog, I'm just here to do my job. I could either do it or I can leave. And then we went on. So I could have left, and I could have just said, all right, F y'all. If your cameras work, don't, whatever. But by the time I got done with the job, I'm not saying they were completely happy, but they were happy with me. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I took one little thing that could have ruined everybody's day, even though that bothered me for a while.
You swallowed your pride.
It's not even necessarily swallowing my pride. I think I was just more mature on this one. And I said, I understand. And then I professionalism, which can be construed as swallowing my pride. But go ahead. I might have chewed up a lot of time with that one.
No, you did.
Nah, you did.
My best friend, ladies and gentlemen.
Nah, you did. I want to console you, but then I thought, let me swallow my pride and tell you the truth.
Nah, you did. I think that is I mean, did you look at the situation like, man, if I act like I want to act, like not only
I could have got shot.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be honest with you. Dude definitely looked like he had guns in the house. He could have
went left.
It could have went left. Because say if I did start boxing this dude in his crib, no one his wife's in there. She could have went to grab the knife. She could have went to grab the gun. You not winning. You're not winning in that crib. Even if I knock him out,
knock the wife out,
I gotta knock everybody out of the house. Everybody.
You're punching children.
You feel
What's
what
wrong
I'm
with
saying?
you,
You have to knock everybody out in the house.
and
I can tell you,
the cat.
this wasn't no small dude. He probably was your size, but muscle. So it would have been a fight. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Not that I would have lost. I'm just saying, like, even if I would have won,
you probably lost. Yeah,
even if I would have won, I probably still would have lost and my job.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you lost your job. You probably would have went to jail.
I could have.
Yeah, you would have went to jail.
Yeah,
you would have assaulted somebody in their house.
So that's where he wasn't the type to snitch. Yo, bro, if you listening,
You
I
don't know
don't
what
know.
type
I
of
don't know your name. I don't remember your name, but just know I understand, and I didn't take any offense to it. It bothered me for a couple days, but I don't take offense to it. It's all right.
He probably looking at this shit like, I don't give a fuck. You was in my house.
You probably don't care. You probably like, yeah,
I probably don't even remember.
I would have shot you.
I don't even remember your face.
Nah, but
You was the fifth one.
I was.
You know what I mean?
So how have you maybe swallowed your pride in any, or both of y'all? How Kevin never swallowed his pride?
I don't do anything. I'm perfect.
How have you, bro?
Man, I'm about to say I swallow my pride all the time, man.
You didn't even get me
with the wife. You didn't even get me. You know what I'm saying? Doing stuff that you don't necessarily want to do. Doing things that
like what? Like you see people say thinking like stuff like I ain't talking about
just going places like, I mean, stuff that you're not used to going to, you know what I mean? Like,
what's pride in that though? You know, like you too proud to go there?
If you stand firm on not doing, all right. So okay, so say somebody wants to take you. Let's where can somebody take you that you wouldn't be happy to go to, and not to okay. So say
KKK rally.
No, yeah, I'm about to say no. Say somebody somebody wanted to take you to what are they called?
Chuck E. Cheese.
Go buy tiki torches.
Nah, you know, in Las Vegas they be having the shows where
burlesque.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay,
a burlesque show.
Right.
Okay.
You know, Kev's not really a fan of going to any shows like that.
What are you talking about? Burlesque?
But what burlesque is that where, for lack of words or better terms, yeah, exactly.
Oh, okay.
Where men or women.
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
So okay, there you go. Moulin Rouge.
That's a drag show.
No, Moulin Rouge.
They're called something different.
No, that's a drag show.
I mean, the one that was described to me had a different name to it. I don't know.
Okay,
but to make the point, and
it's not the Moulin Rouge.
Yeah, it's not a Moulin
Rouge. Those are women.
There was a rouge involved.
There was a rouge.
Those are women too, baby. They're women,
please.
Yeah,
please.
I mean, they are at this point, yeah. But that's something that I mean.
Caitlyn Jenner won Woman of the Year.
That's true. Her first year. What? I'm just Dave.
Oh my God.
Dave said it, not me. Dave said it.
Her first year.
Oh,
like it's freshman year. Oh God, of being a woman.
I ain't say all that.
Oh God, please continue because I'm going. Oh my God.
But Kev, if somebody introduced you, it's not like we're saying it. I mean, it's not like we're saying anything negative about anyone at all. We're just. I'm just asking.
Yeah, I think it's called drag show.
That was funny.
Whatever it's called, you know what I'm saying?
It's a drag show.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
You didn't feel comfortable being there.
I'm asking you,
like RuPaul's Drag Race.
If someone wanted you to go, and you're like, nah,
you wouldn't go. I'd go.
I went to a gay club before.
See, that's not the same thing. But go ahead, please enlighten me.
What?
You went to the gay club.
It was just normal.
What was the name?
What was normal about the gay club?
Nothing. Like nobody. No. Listen, if you tell somebody, "Hey, I'm a straight man," they understand. They respect that.
Yeah, fully.
Yeah, they respect that.
Yeah,
right.
So if you had a drag show, it's the same thing. It's like I'm just here because my girl brought me here.
So
I don't care. I
It's-
don't really care, though.
it is entertainment. I haven't been, but
I've
like
never been to one either.
like RuPaul's Drag Race. Like my wife watches that all the time.
Yeah.
So it's just I don't know. They're not
It's more-
stripping. They're not
no,
stripping.
It's more.
No, I'm just asking a question.
It's more.
I feel like y'all
Those
get
shows is
defensive.
a lot more women
No,
go
let's
to them
unpack
because they love it. They enjoy it. But they show like I'm not interested. I wouldn't be interested to go to a supermodel joint. Real shit.
I don't think that's correct.
Bro, I would
I
not
don't
go
think
to
it's
corny
correct
shit like that. I'm not sitting in no fucking supermodel show, dog. I'm sorry. Bunch of chicks walking down the runway doing what? Turning every fucking 2 seconds. I don't want to see that shit.
I think you would.
I can sit home and enjoy my time.
What was you about to say just now?
I don't want to see them skinny.
I thought I heard. Yeah,
Ah, man.
I can sit home and
I
masturbate.
heard you.
Just
I don't want to see the females, man. They got it. They got
Okay,
it.
so-
These skinny bras. got
Kev's
it.
good with Instagram.
So from what I've seen, they do the dance where they do that fall dance. You ever see
What's
the
that?
drag people do that fall dance? They
Oh,
spin
where they
around
drop
and then
to
they
the
just
ground?
fall.
Nah,
Yeah, I seen that.
You don't want to just see a bunch of people fall all day.
Nah, the shit they falling is not on purpose. Yeah, I see that all day. That
Look
shit-
at what entertains
is
you.
terrible,
Look at
yo.
what entertains you. Oh, they just falling
It is
not on
accident,
purpose.
not on purpose.
They accidentally hurting themselves. I need to see that for
Right?
real.
Like what is that?
Who going to the
for you?
hospital? Let me know.
I'll be in there in tears. Like, yo,
Kev
your
buying
first-
tickets.
your
The
first
only
time-
person buying tickets to go to a show where people
Yo.
don't accidentally fall.
There's tripwires.
Yeah,
And
sure, yeah,
like,
everybody
yo,
just
bro,
go.
listen, watch.
that might
Everybody
be a thing.
fall.
Watch,
all
she
over
don't
the
know what she doing. Watch, she already started off messed up. She's about to
Kev is
fall.
over here
Just
doing the
be
play by
sitting there
play.
like,
Yo,
boom.
Kev does that.
That'll
Kev
be
does
great
that.
for you. So here's the thing. Have you ever seen those runway model shows where they got the high heels on and the whole time you're waiting for somebody to fall where the Jones is just wiggling and their legs just wiggling? You don't find that entertaining? I do find that entertaining.
Yeah, that's what I'm
You
saying.
might be on to
It's
something.
like you're on the edge of your seat. You're waiting for it to happen. and it
Yo,
don't-
it's amazing.
Oh, yeah.
You're
It's
like-
amazing.
It could also be
bro.
like blue balls for the laughter because if nothing ever happens, you're like, damn, I really want somebody to fall. No,
paid
that's
tw-
Kev.
I just paid.
His
tw-
entertainment
I just
is
paid
now
$20
over.
for a.
You're tripping.
I just paid $50 for a perfect show.
Yeah.
Somebody's going to fall tonight.
Kev's gonna be the only one over there making sure somebody fall. Don't worry, I put something in place. She think them heels is gonna last. Wait on it.
Goodbye.
Great. Told you.
I think you might be on to something.
Nah,
'cause I will watch that.
so you didn't. So your girl invited you to one of them shows?
I've been invited to one. I'm not interested into going. Like you
Why
said,
aren't
it's just not my taste.
Oh.
I wouldn't go to a Moulin Rouge or anything. I mean, whether
That
it was
nigga's-
all men, all women, it doesn't matter. To me, it's just not something that I'm particularly interested to go into, to pay to watch.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
To pay to watch.
I don't even pay to watch concerts. Like I don't go to concerts. Or
I
anything.
have never been to a concert.
We were supposed to go to one.
Never
I
been
don't-
to one
I
concert.
think we forgot about it. It's like
The-
D Block and them. I think it would be a great
Actually,
show.
one coming up, but we'll talk about
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
after.
We'll talk about that.
But yeah, I mean, it's just, and I didn't really think of it as it me being prideful. I just thought of it as it just wasn't something that I'm not. It
Do
wasn't
y'all-
a taste of mine.
do
It wasn't
y'all
Her
purpose.
pride wouldn't let you go.
Do y'all dudes understand what the whole purpose of the shows today is? It's not your pride. Y'all are proud dudes, dog. If your girl,
Kev,
But that's what I was just
Alright,
saying. I was
man.
looking
well, I
at
was
the
going to hit you with
situation
something.
if
before
this girl-
tonight.
if
I
this
wasn't even
girl-
looking at it as
if
it being a
Kev
prideful
girl-
situation.
if
I thought it was
Kev
just
girl went out and spent her hard-earned money and felt particularly glad that she went and bought Kev a pair of Jordans, and they were Jumpmans, and she was expecting him to
You're-
wear.
yo,
he will not
That's
wear
you
them.
right there. Your pride would not let you wear Jumpmans. Jumpman.
I will
23s.
not wear Montels.
Yo, you don't want Vin Bakers.
I won't wear Montels.
You don't want Vin Bakers. They're just as good as Jordan. They're made by Jordan. You remember the Vin Bakers?
I don't want Vin Bakers.
You don't
I don't even like the Mellows.
listen.
But I'm saying,
Let's
Kev,
buy
didn't you have
Kev.
the Mellows? The Jordan Mellows back when he was on Denver? I could have swore you had them.
no,
Jones.
no.
Your pride won't let you
I
answer
never
yes.
own. I never. I own
Kev
a pair of
probably won't let
Fugazi
him-
Jordans.
It weren't
I
Fugazi, but he's
I
sponsored.
wouldn't know.
He had. They
Oh,
all have
I
deals.
never-
They're
I don't want
Jordans.
them.
They're just a different type of Jordan.
No,
Melo
I
has.
don't. I not
just
wear. I
like,
don't wear
um,
Jordans.
That's why they have to re-release every Jordan all the time. I feel like, first of all, they sell great, but other than that,
It's their pride.
there was no other shoe in their fleet that made people say, "I gotta get those." Like, have y'all seen any new Jordans that came out?
No.
Yeah, your pride won't let you.
Yeah,
You know
I
what,
have the
man? I gotta say this
I ain't going
about
into
this
that.
show right here, the Opinionated podcast we on. This show here in particular, if you're a fan of this show and you watch off the rip, please understand that we have ADHD when it comes to topics.
You're such a radio host.
No, I'm not a radio host. Yo, we have a topic and never
10 minutes ago, Kev said,
We tried.
10 minutes ago, Kev said, it's a podcast. That's what it's about. Go ahead, go on your tangent.
We tried.
Now Kev reeling in.
We tried.
I don't think we should have topics anymore.
Don't get us into that. Don't get us into that.
I'm
I'm
just
about
saying.
to say, we
Don't wish that evil when you Ricky
Don't wish
Bobby.
that evil on me.
I'm just saying, like, yeah, we can't.
I think
try.
I think we can use it as a jumping off point because that's what we do. And then by the time we get to some stories, Kev is going to tell you, don't get mad at me for saying this. Kev's going to tell you how his mom's best friend got stabbed. I'm going to tell you how I hate my job. And we're going to always have stories around that. Like whatever we talk about, what I'm saying is we're going to pull our own stories and kind of go somewhere different.
Yeah, we do.
the ones that affect us
I'm
the
serious.
most. The stories that affect us the most
But is it wrong?
come
No, it's not
up a
wrong.
lot.
No, I'm asking you, though. You can answer me for real.
Don't be a radio host,
The
Kev. I
people
see
that
it in
we
your
know,
eyes.
the people that we know should hear this and understand where we, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know.
Is it bad?
It gets bad sometimes. I'm like, yo, we somehow sometimes like we're talking about pride and somehow wind up talking about RuPaul.
This
How do we get
podcast
there?
is about to be about to be turned to we're a terrible podcast.
You know what, though?
How do we get there?
I'm gonna be honest with you.
How do we get here?
With this one, right? So
All right,
with this one, with what we're doing now, I do feel like that's a cool conversation we stumbled into, right?
And not only that, it does involve your pride because you have to be able to let go and know yourself and be able to release some stuff to be able to deal with. Because all right,
it's 2021.
Yeah, you're saying it's 2021, but when you keep it 100, as us growing up, it wasn't something that was to be put out in the open. It wasn't something that we particularly looked at and thought it was okay. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna tell you how it was.
And but we had to grow into it as people. You know what I'm saying? Like when you're younger, you just look at a situation and be like, nah, that ain't what it is. That's whack. But as you become an adult, you mature, you learn the differences between people. You learn the differences of yourself. Because if you love yourself, it's hard for you to hate somebody else just because they fucking different. You know what I'm saying?
So y'all had them opinions of people when y'all
What
was
do you mean?
younger. Like
Don't put that
What-
man's words in my mouth.
I'll tell you exactly my opinions when I was younger. When I was younger,
you
I
didn't
did not understand.
it.
So what I did not understand and was different was wrong. That was just it.
All right.
Plus, when you grow up in a Christian household, they'll tell you straight up and down. There ain't no black and white. I mean, it's only black and white to them. You're either straight or you going to hell. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
That was it.
I'm gonna tell you how I grew up.
Okay.
How I grew up as a kid. My mom's best friend was gay. His name was Jerry. He passed away. May rest in peace. Awesome. Always nice to us. Always good. You don't know him. Always good to us. Always friendly. And so I understood what gay being. He was around other men and everything. Everybody knew who Jerry was. Everybody knew Jerry was gay. Jerry didn't hide who he was as a
You
person.
know who that was?
Nah.
You sure
Like
that we
5
don't know
years ago?
Jerry?
Did he pass away? Like 5
No,
years
he
ago?
passed away when I was a kid.
Oh, all
way
right.
before I met
We
you.
know the same Jerry.
Yeah, y'all.
Oh, somebody different.
But so
Wait,
I-
never mind. Go ahead.
so
Go ahead.
So
Go ahead.
My pride won't let me.
So I grew up in people used to try to you hear dudes, your boys, they make remarks about this shit being like attacking them, the community back in the day. Come on, let's be real.
No, I was going to say that there's some other issues with that too, but we won't get
in the
into that.
90s, yeah, but I'm saying you people attack that John, so a lot of people stayed in the
Same
closet.
dudes that be in Brazil.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
You don't know what I mean, but go ahead.
Yeah. So I grew up. So I grew up around it. So I knew what it was. It's like I knew I've been this fella. He was gay. He didn't care. He didn't care. So it never bothered me.
Right.
My mom always told me like he's all right. He's happy. Like don't judge. And I was always taught don't judge people what they are. Just judge them for who they are.
As you should anyone.
Yeah. So it don't bother me. It don't
Can I
really.
interject?
I get him. Oh, he's gay, man. Like
Can I interject?
niggas get like weird.
It's not it.
Come on,
So
man.
I'm not saying. What I'm saying
What's
is,
wrong?
Nah, go ahead.
No, I'm
yeah, I was about to say
I'm trying to
something.
keep up with both. I feel like they're both interesting conversations.
Nah, they
But you
all-
never looked at it in a way as a negativity when you were a kid, because
I
I
was
know
raised around it.
Yeah, but being raised around it and you perceiving it to be one a way is two different things.
I knew
So-
I knew he was gay, so it didn't bother me. He was a good person. So
But-
anybody, a bad human being could be straight.
You didn't use gay when you were younger as a negative term?
That's gay. That was just as a term in
To
the hood.
people.
That was a term in the hood.
Yo, you gay as hell, yo. Get that gay shit out of here. You ain't never do no shit like that when you was a kid.
I've heard that.
Yeah, all of us use that term. That was a term.
But what I'm trying to explain to you, the negativity is
Kobe-
what makes you think, or if you're using something in a negative way, it's automatically wrong in your brain. That's wrong. It's negative. It's not what it's supposed to be. Get that gay shit out of here.
This nigga retarded.
That was wrong.
This nigga retarded. But I have people in my family with mental handicaps. You know what I'm
But
saying?
you're not looking at a person and be like, yo, get this, for lack of better words, and we excuse us for using these words. I mean, retarded is a very sensitive word.
I tell everybody, retarded.
You're not gonna look at someone and be like, get that mentally ill child away from me.
Nah.
No, but back when you were a child, you'd be like, yo, get that gay motherfucker out of here. Get that gay shit. Tell me that is not the truth.
I ain't never say get a gay motherfucker out of here.
Maybe not away from you, but get that gay shit out of here.
Like, bro, you act like nigga do some shit.
Have you ever called somebody a faggot?
No.
So no. If
I never did. I never did because I just didn't. I never did. That was like, yo, you.
Before I knew the gravity of the word, I've said it, but not in a.
I never said that word to a person that was gay.
No.
You said that shit
not to a person.
That's my
that
point.
No,
Yeah,
I'm not saying you saying it to. You're not saying you
not
calling
a gay person.
Yeah, and I'm not.
Word,
I'm not. What I'm saying is you were using the term to show negativity. You might not have looked at a gay person and be like, "Get that gay person out of here," but you might be like, "Yo, that is a gay tendency." Or get that gay shit out of here, or you know what I'm saying? You might not say it to a person to hurt their feelings, but you'll categorize that situation in a negative way.
And you know what that was,
which
bro?
would show people that it's supposed to be wrong.
What,
whenever you show something in a negative value, it's not
the thought of
exactly.
You know what I mean? Like the
not
how you
not
think
that
of that.
Yeah,
like if you're saying
you perceive that to be a wrong to be something that is not, that should not be.
See, I never thought about I grew up in a Christian household too, even though my mom wasn't too into it when I was growing up. She's super into it now. And see, but I had friends that were like, you know what I'm saying? And we were like, and some of them never came out the closet, but whatever. But I had friends, like
their pride won't let them.
Well, I think it's more than that.
They were scared, dog.
But that's true.
You
but I think it's more
dog,
than that. Because somebody coming out to coming out is a very it's a very touchy thing that people aren't ready for, because guess what? You got your grandmother, not yours, but you got people's grandmoms that
who are going to perceive it
something a little funny about that kid. They always was saying something was funny about that little boy.
Mm-hmm.
And once you come out, you have to deal with all of that now. All of that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yo, we like I said, your
brother is like there's gay pride too. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yeah, your brother, my cousin,
both of my brothers.
My friend.
I have two brothers.
Yeah, but your brother, my cousin, he's gay, and he was scared to tell me.
Just outed him.
I ain't out him. He fucking don't give a shit.
I'm kidding, bro.
But it hurt.
Not after that shirt.
When he told me
not after that shirt.
when he told me he was gay, like I was like, I was like I always say, I wasn't mad at you for telling me you was gay. I was mad at you. You waited so long and thought you had to hide something from me. Fuck about.
He's one of my gay friends. That I was talking about.
You know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck about that. I don't care about that. You're my cousin, bro. We grew up like it's nothing big.
Well, we should have a serious conversation about that with him.
But what?
Go ahead.
Yeah,
I don't care.
But that was us being that was us being grown, accepting. Like
bro,
as a child, you're not gonna you're not gonna push the person that you love away. But just because you won't push them away doesn't mean that you look at something.
Like I had a thought as a kid he was gay, and he didn't never bring it up. But when niggas would question that shit and try to attack him in a negative way, I will always go to his defense just in case somebody thought that and would try to attack him, because I'm like, you're not going to attack my cousin, because then you're going to invoke something in me to fucking hurt you.
Yeah, we're going to fight.
I'm going to protect. Yeah. I'm going to protect what he wants protected till he says, I don't want to protect this secret no more. Right. If he would have told me at 12 years old, hey, cuz that's what I am. All right, cool. I'm right to die for you.
Yeah, but that's because
niggas say something disrespect you, then we're fighting.
We also have to consider that maybe he didn't know if that's because sometimes even though people think it's a choice, I'm not going to get into that. People think it is. I don't think it is, but let me just I digress. Maybe he wasn't completely sure either, because sometimes you're just not sure.
Yeah, but I was like, yo, if he would have told me that at 12, just because I grew up around my mom's friend as a young age and I knew what it was, there's nothing bad about that. That's your lifestyle. You happy? Cool.
Okay.
You my cousin. Now, dudes is trying to attack you because that's what you are, or oh, you hanging with him because that's my cousin, bro.
Then we got a problem.
I'm sorry, that's my cousin. Like, you gotta understand. That's
you
my
gotta remember.
cousin.
All right, so and I'm gonna use that as an example.
Okay.
Before anything with your situation right there, and with him with me as well. You know what I mean? Both of my brothers. They're my brothers first. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do regardless. I'm gonna do for them regardless of if they were gay or straight. They're my brothers first. So it doesn't matter what they choose. I'm overprotective with them because that's my blood. You know what I'm saying? They my kin. So whatever you do to him, regardless of how it is, if you're looking at him in the negative value, now you have a problem with me. You know what I mean? But if you see a person, and I'm not saying now because we're grown and mature and we understand, you know, what's going on around us. We had time on this earth to grow and understand and learn shit. But as a child, we looked at shit with negative values. That's just how it was because you were brought up that way. Not to say it was right. You know what I'm saying? I'm just and if you put something in a negative value, you'll use it in a negative way in a term. Even if you're not using it towards a person, you're still describing that shit in a negative way, which makes a person deem when they look at it that's wrong. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, why would you call me that if you didn't think that was okay? You know what I'm saying? Or why would you? You know what I'm saying? Like,
okay, we all grew up with a friend who went to high school with this person, transgender now. Before this person made their transition, we know who he's talking about. Nobody ever came at the time of him negative.
What? People came at him negatively all the time. I'm not saying us, but you don't. That's what I'm trying to get to is you're not particularly coming at him. Us, we wouldn't be particularly coming at him to use the values to be negative. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to look at him as as a whole, you're a negative person. But the things that you choose at that time, we would look at, but you decided to do that. That ain't right.
Now, okay, he did. I remember he dressed up one time in high school. This before he told.
Think about all the things that you looked at as a kid,
before
and
he told
like,
us,
that's not right.
Before he, because he was, I think he was still at that time perceiving himself to be, or at the
don't know, but
at the time, I know he's like still perceiving himself to be straight. So I'm like, yo,
what?
No. He never was like.
He was never talking about the same person to be straight.
We're not talking about the same person.
Nah, that meaning just. Well, we don't know what he perceived, so don't even go into
perceive. But I'm like, yo, he had the costume way too long. I'm like,
yeah.
I'm like, okay, I get it now.
I think though with us, or I mean, I don't want to speak for y'all, but I think when it's like I said, I grew up with friends who were they didn't come out at that time, but like and your cousin and your brother was one of them. Like it's just I don't see it in them, and I know what you're saying, like saying, "Oh man, that shit gay."
Yeah,
we've said that before.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We've said that,
and not
before.
in a positive way. That's what I'm trying to explain.
You can't mean it in a positive way.
And that's
if you say it like that.
And I'm not trying to say that you looked at that person as in a negative way, like, oh, you don't fuck with that person because of that. But as a child and being brought up and looking at certain scenarios because you're taught a specific way, because your mind is a sponge. Then the only thing you're going to learn is from what the people show you. So if somebody shows you that it's not right, that's what you're just going to perceive to be until you learn yourself.
Where I'm pushing back on that whole notion is that you said the notion of looking at somebody when nigga just said it was gay is like nigga said that's gay. I didn't look at it like, all right, gay people are bad people. I just looked at it as like that's a term to me like that's weak.
Or if you ever say
like gay people are weak,
gay that shit out of here, or
no, I never saw it as you saying like, oh man, all gay people are bad when I say this. But the term when you say it, you mean it in a negative way.
You said it in a negative way because you was like, nigga,
it's like something stupid.
And I'm not saying
like a nigga came with a layup and it was weak. I'm like, get that gay blocking shit, get that gay shit out of here.
Get that weak shit out of here. You're categorizing. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And you're categorizing it in a negative value. Now,
it's such a strange thing to say after you block a shot.
It is very strange. It's a strange sense, period.
But but that was like me. That's me.
But yeah,
that was young
now you're
old
thinking
me.
about like, damn, I was fucked up, for real. Mental. You don't think about it that way, and the only reason I'm saying it like that is because when we were younger, at that time, to put it in a term that's easier, we were the gun. And the words was the bullet, and other people would be the person receiving it. You're dishing it out.
It's too,
boom, boom,
yo,
boom.
those mushrooms are kicking in there, buddy.
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. Because you're not thinking about the outcome of what's gonna really happen. You just saying how you perceive it in your mind, just because it's just
You just
in the back of your mind. You just talking about what you know, what you've learned, but that person on the other side is looking at you like, damn, you think that I'm gay, or you think that, or you think that that's gay, or why would that be that way? Because it's something different, or because, you know what I'm saying, it's not what you, the person that's receiving that information that you give out is going to look at you a different way, whether they look at you like that on a stronger level, like they don't fuck with you no more, or they'll just be like, because think about it. Imagine Raheem's being young. He's trying to figure out what he's doing with his life sexually. And you say something like that, like, get that gay, that shit gay as hell. Do you think that that's going to?
I probably said that before to him.
Do you think that would hinder him from wanting to say something to you?
And that would hinder him, because it's like, yo,
and
how they gonna feel about me when I tell them? And that's my point. It's not that you feel like there are negativity in the world. It's that when we were younger, we were taught things that were embedded in us, and we use it to push it as a negative stance, like get that gay shit out of here. Even if you knew for a fact that, oh, I'm cool with them, I don't care if they're gay, straight, I don't care what they are, that's my peoples, and I love them for just being them. You were taught then to say stuff like that, to look at situations, perceive shit like that, even if that's not actually how you felt about it, because we were young and didn't understand. You know what I'm saying? So that's a negative. I had another cousin come out to me. She, and this is a female, said she was gay. We were just sitting in there. She was like, I got something to tell y'all. So at the time, I'm like, about like 13.
We don't care when the women are gay.
By the way,
like 13.
No, I'm joking.
I'm
kidding.
By the way, this went from pride to a whole different.
No, but there's pride, like that's considered. Like
I'm just
let's
letting them know as they're listening.
Let's have this conversation. Because we just conversation.
We officially hit
it's
the
dope
realm.
conversation, bro.
That's what I'm saying. But I had a cousin that I was like 13 or 14 at the time, and we was in a room in this house right here, and she was like, "Yo, I got something to tell y'all. It's me, my mom, and her." I'm like, "What?"
At 14, she said.
No, I'm 14, so I'm 15, so I'm 15 or 14.
So she's grown.
She's 16.
Oh,
17.
Okay.
I'm like, what? I'm like, you pregnant? No.
The opposite.
You about to get a boyfriend?
Is that right?
She was like,
Sorry.
no, what? We was like, all right, yo, we ain't guessing no more. What? Like, what? I'm gay. And we just start laughing. And not laughing like, oh shit, you're gay. It's like, who gives a fuck? Like, yeah, like it's funny. Like, so we all laugh like, so who you with? Oh, I got a girlfriend.
I just want you to know that was a terrible reply.
Like, who you with?
Somebody giving they're pouring their heart. Well, no, not that. Somebody pouring their heart. They're ready to actually open up to you about themselves, and the first thing you do is laugh. Hey, yo, I just want to let you. I want to tell everybody I'm opening up and I'm gay.
Because it was funny.
Hit the button, Kev.
This
and that's why he don't hit buttons.
Oh, man. No.
He didn't know which one.
I don't know, but so it was just funny. It was like, no, I didn't. We not like we didn't care like in a bad. We was like, yo, who gives a fuck? You still
not that you just laugh like
my cousin. Like, who gives?
You just laugh like,
but you know what though? Can I tell you
what?
I think with that, because I haven't had anybody come out to me, but sometimes that's a nervous thing for, like, you know what I'm saying? Because you don't know how to react to that. Now, not to say that you feel negative about it, but you be like if somebody tells you that, it's like, you don't want to say the wrong thing. So you might say, you already knew that. Or you might say, you might laugh and be like, or you want to make them feel so comfortable that you might do the wrong thing. Like,
yeah, because a lot of people, when she finally came out the whole situation, a lot of people was negative to that thought process.
People do.
So we met her girlfriend. It was like my mom and us. We were so it was just, this is your girlfriend. This motherfucker cool as shit. I just want to hang out with her. Like, this is dope.
Okay.
And it was just fun. We that's why we still got the mutual love, because we just treated her like family instead of making her ostracized and saying, because people get around. This is what I hate. People get around, find out somebody gay, their lifestyle is gay, start saying like weird, like start asking weird questions like gay people don't live the same lifestyle we live. So if you were to, you ever see the joke, Key and Peele? So if we go to the wedding, like, are the men supposed to wear dresses and the women wear tuxedos?
Yeah, that shit was funny though.
You see that shit? Yeah. So you think,
Nah, it's a wedding, bro.
it's a wedding. Where would you wear it? So it's like they start asking weird.
That was funny.
That was a funny ass.
But they start asking weird shit like that instead of just like, these are just humans.
Okay.
Their sexuality and their sexual preference is different than yours.
Exactly.
Also, once you go in the bed, what you do in your bedroom is what you do in your bedroom. Niggas might look at you like you do some weird shit. Oh, turn down.
No, you good. Go ahead.
I'm just saying, you do some weird shit in the bedroom. You sticking gerbils up your ass. Somebody gonna look at you like,
dog. If you sticking gerbils up there, that's okay.
You looking at him like,
I'm sure that gerbil don't want to be there, so
he doesn't.
It's wrong.
That's animal cruelty.
Animal cruelty.
What you looking at him like?
Animal cruelty, Holmes.
It's a lot. Wow.
I go right to PetSmart. Yo, man, you see this picture right here? Don't sell no more gerbils.
No aminals. No more aminals.
You know what though? Let me bring up something that might be a little off topic, but on like as far as pride goes, and we're weaving back in and out. But I'm asking you.
Just keep talking.
Remember a couple weeks ago we had an episode, and I said, "How many girls from Crush to Crash?" And I said, "How many girls you think had a crush on you?" He was like, "Oh, blah, blah." And then I said, "How many dudes you think had a crush on you?" And you got mad at me. You didn't get mad, but you was like, none. And I'm like, well, how did you know?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Don't look at me like that. I'm just saying.
It's exactly what you said.
The pride, to me, the pride thing was like, all right, I'm not going to think that any man has ever had a crush on me or something like that. But if there's gay people in your school, gay men in your school, wow, if girls was looking at, I'm not going to be so proud to say that no man has ever had a crush on me in my life.
I've known
maybe they have.
I've known Kev my entire life. I say my entire life because he's older than me. So I'll say I've known Kev my entire life, and he's known me half his life. So,
bro, we a couple of months apart. See how I say that, bro? We're a couple of months apart, like literally a couple of months.
With the same name, probably born in the same hospital.
Yeah, exactly. Like literally a couple of months after me, this dude came about.
But
sidebar. What hospital was y'all born at?
I was born in
Voorhees.
He was born in Voorhees.
Yeah.
What hospital?
In Kennedy and Voorhees.
Kennedy. What hospital you was born at? I've never known. Violent. Okay. What kind of hospital?
What kind
of hospital? Meaning what was the name? Kennedy, Virtua.
I don't remember. It's on my birth certificate.
Who was you born at?
Actually found out that I was.
That's not a hospital.
It's 100% a hospital.
That's just a town. What hospital name?
A guy came to your house and delivered you.
There's definitely a Germantown hospital.
Kennedy is world. Kennedy Hospital is like
worldwide. It really is worldwide. Kev was born in a back alley in Vineland.
Yo, he's born around. That's like Mexican. That like look like he's Mexican.
See, Mexican pride.
See? Oh shit! I thought you was going to talk about Kev's racism, but fuck you both. Why he got a Puerto Rican shirt on?
I bought me this joint, man. You can't even speak the language.
Oh, yeah, I can't. You blame it on my mother. But
God, go ahead.
Why you don't got a flag on the back of your car yet?
On the back of my car, on my caddy. While Cam got the
on brand.
Cam got the Samson and Son truck sitting outside. Sanford and Son.
Right, bro. I'm gonna put that joint back together and slap a mean motor in that joint.
Exactly. But to get back on, go ahead. Man, I don't even have a topic no more. It was pride. I mean, everything.
Still think we're there.
We talking about the whole.
I still think we're there, dude.
I just
dead
know.
Serious.
Who I was saying you were growing up when we were growing up, and I knew you my whole life. I know for a fact that when we were younger, if a person who was gay said, "You cute," you would say, "Get that gay shit out." And then not to laugh at that shit, but you would 100% say that, and there's 1,000 people who would be around me.
I'm gonna be honest.
Yep.
Yes.
And it was negative.
Is that negative?
That is negative.
You would definitely say that.
You would have said it.
And I'm not
hurt
saying
their
that to
feelings.
attack your character. I just think that that's a thing
That's
that
100% you would have said back then. When we were, not
Back then.
now.
If I
Now, if a dude tell you,
No,
like,
thank you.
Ken would have been like,
Thank you.
Ken would just politely say, "I'm not into that. I'm married. I have a woman. I got kids.
He's not married.
But thanks for the compliment." At this point, depending on how drunk Kev was,
Like,
it depends on how irate he gets. Sober Kev is very polite. Drunk Kev is very close to being like, "Get that shit out of here" in the most polite way possible. Like,
bro,
I'm good. Thanks.
I'm go. Like when I went to a gay club one time.
Because I had a thought.
I finally shit to a gay club one time, and I was pissing.
Sorry.
And I was trying to piss, and this dude kept following me around the truck while I was peeing. I was drinking, so it would not. So I was like, "Yo, bro, what the fuck are you doing? Like, yo, I'm peeing over here."
Was that the gay club you went to?
Yeah, no.
Remember? No, you went to one by mistake. I think you told this story before. I'm dead serious.
That's one I went. I followed two chicks in Philly.
Yep.
So I'm peeing. I'm like, "Yo, bro, what are you doing? Stop! What are you following me for?" Like, yo, all right, yo. And I stopped. Like, yo, I walk away. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what the fuck? What is wrong with you?
Did he yell out sword fight?
Yo, see, I look at it like this. He over like most gay dudes like that would be like, oh shit, I didn't know. Or
I didn't know you weren't gay.
Yeah, and they will understand.
Okay.
You're being disrespectful, man. You're stepping over. You are fucking. You're overstepping your boundaries.
If that was a girl,
please respect.
You would do the same thing. Am I right?
If a girl,
I'm serious. If that was a girl
like,
following you when you were peeing,
like, yo,
you would definitely think something strange.
I'm like, yo, sis, I'm pissing. Yeah, I'm like, yo, sis, I'm pissing. Or I'm peeing, like, yo, my bad. Yo, I'm pissing. I wouldn't walk away because I'm into that. But still, I'd be like, yo, I will give you the heads up, like, yo, sis, I'm pissing. But two dudes, as being a male, and I'm a male, and I'm thinking this is another hetero. I'm like, yo, bro.
Yeah,
I don't, you know what I'm saying? You gotta understand.
Disrespect is disrespect.
You gotta understand. Okay, if you're a gay man, and I know you're a gay man, I would not be trying to push females on you. Oh, we gonna run. I'm not trying to. That's not what you're into. You know what I'm saying? I'm not gonna do that. Or yo, go or tell the chick, yo, go there and keep pressuring him to try to have sex with you. That's not cool.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? Respect everybody's boundary. Like today's society, I think in today's society, I don't think people respect each other's boundaries, what they are. People in the gay community want them to and there's a lot that's cool with it. Want to be respected as they're gay, and I respect you. Whatever you want me to call you, whatever pronoun you want me to give you, whatever.
That's fair.
Cool. Yeah. Okay. If I have a certain beliefs that I believe in, and I'm not threatening your happiness or your well-being, just respect my shit too.
Okay.
Listen, like I said, I always say this all the time. I love upfront racist instead of a hidden one. At least I know that's where you stand. So I know you're a racist. I know how you stand. I won't be around you. I won't come to nothing you do. I won't deal with you. Okay. You know what I'm saying? That's because that you're racist. I know you're racist. That's what you want to do. Just don't say the N-word around me.
White pride.
I had a question for you. I wanted to say it before. You were going on a good rant, and I didn't want to cut you off. It was just a funny thought in my head.
Go ahead, man.
It goes back to when you were like, I would never press a woman on. If I knew you gay, I wouldn't try to put a woman on you.
I didn't do that day. I know what you're about to ask me. I didn't do it that day. That was KB.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about.
I tell you.
I said I had a question. He said I didn't do it. It wasn't me. Then he snitched.
Yeah, then he actually said it. Well, wait, before
find what you're talking about.
I was snickering earlier because I thought when you block a shot, you said get that gay shit out of there. I was just thinking of you blocking the shot and then saying gay.
I didn't say that. I didn't say
like, that made me snicker so hard. But go ahead.
To get back with
yeah.
Would you put another dude on a dude? Like, yo, go get that nigga right there.
I would.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Yo, you see, here's how I would go. Here's how I would go. Yo, you see boy over there, he looking at you. Isn't he handsome? That's Kev. Isn't he handsome?
Weird shit like
Look at those pants.
Kev,
look at those shoes. Did he get that from Gucci? I'm sorry. I'm
Kev,
joking,
I
dog.
could just-
Don't
I
let
could
your
just
pride
imagine-
get. Don't
I
let your
could-
pride
yeah,
get you
don't let your
mad.
pride get
I
mad.
don't.
I
Because
just-
I don't care.
Kev has 2 sentences. Yo, that's your type of nigga. Go get that nigga, and that's it for Kev. There ain't no extraness
Listen,
today.
I would. Like
you
if
be the
I'm
wingman?
listen, I would.
Would
If
you be
I'm
the wingman?
Nah, I'm not a wingman because I don't. Who am I cock blocking?
if I'm no,
They don't
you
understand
ain't
the-
got to do that.
Yeah,
Like, listen, if I'm out with one of my friends, like shit, say I'm out with Raheem, I ain't gonna lie,
the wingman is
and
the
he's-
icebreaker.
and he's
don't know,
and
like-
he's single. If he's single, and if I do see somebody looking at him, like a dude looking at him, like if we somewhere where that's just going down, I'm gonna be like, yo, boy, looking at you. You know why? Because it's like, go ahead and be happy. Shit.
That's
Be
what I'm
happy.
saying.
I just told my brother that the other day. I had to text him to just let. It was just like I had to text him because I just realized, like, I just realized, but I just was overcome with the feeling of joy. For one, he overcame a very hard obstacle in his life, and that made me extremely proud to see him doing better for himself. So, BJ, I'm proud of you, bro. I love you. And he is extremely happy with the relationship that he's in, and he's just doing shit that he didn't used to do, showing responsibility and getting back to the person he used to be before all the bullshit happened. And I was just overcome. I had to text him like, yo, bro, I just want you to know that I'm proud of you and that I love you and I see what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? Because shit wasn't always like this for you. And I see the differences in your life now. You know what I'm saying? And that shit right there is just, you can see what's going on and not care about that extra shit that you feel is extra. Anything that's outside of that person, whatever they choose to do or be, you're just supposed to support them, especially if you love them. You know what I mean? So none of that shit ever mattered to me. You know what I mean? With none of my brothers and none of the people nobody, period. If I'm your friend and we vibe, it's just that you always going to know where I stand and I'm always going to know where you stand. And I got a lot of people that's on the other side of the fence who like to just be happy, and that's all it really comes down to, is just their happiness and them being able to do what they want to do without somebody categorizing them as being different because they love different. You know what I'm saying? Because that's really all it is. That's really all it is.
And that's facts.
You because you love different, and you gotta be you just have to be different in general. Nigga, you like PlayStation and I like Xbox. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yo, we can play Destiny together now.
I don't even play Destiny no more.
We
Nigga,
should.
catch up. But you see how
What just happened?
But I'm just saying.
We just talking about gaming.
Yeah, but the difference doesn't stop what we. You know what I mean? That's it. Don't matter to me. I don't give a fuck about that.
Yeah.
I don't care. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter to me because, number one, that's your life. You do what you want to do with your life, because at the end of the day, ain't nobody else going to live it for you. You know what I'm saying? Nobody going to live your life for you. And number two is, you love who you love. You can't control who you love. In reality, if you feel that way for a person, you just feel that way for a person.
You know what's funny? You said that, how you love different interracial relationships. You remember how them you remember how they was
Used to be
perceived?
illegal, right?
You remember how they was
It
perceived?
was like, it used to be illegal.
Yeah, it used to be
Crazy.
illegal. But remember how that shit was perceived, that even in the early 90s, you remember that? You remember the joint, the movie Jungle Fever?
Don't say you the pappy.
Dudes used to say that. Oh, you got jungle.
Don't say you the pappy.
Yo, you got jungle fever, bro. What you doing? Like, you with a white girl?
And I do.
Yeah.
If I was into that.
But,
if I was doing that now, I would say. Anyway.
But think about how that was perceived at one point in time.
Don't worry, you got time.
It was so it was perceived bad, like in that, like derogatory. It was like, oh, you got jungle fever. But I think when black people were saying it, we was like, you got jungle fever. How is it?
Nah.
Is it better? Is it good?
Women wasn't saying that joke. Women see, remember back
that.
in the 90s, women see the brother with a white, even up to now, they see a brother with a white girl. They always, all you got is white girls. You mess with these white girls, like you lost yourself.
So that's Dr. Umar.
Why? It's a person. It's a human.
Yeah, Dr. Umar.
It's pink. It broke pink in the middle. Think about it. It's all the same, baby.
I do think about it all the time.
All the same. You just categorize all women as a vagina.
You hear this? No, I'm joking. I'm kidding.
I hope all women got a vagina.
Man,
see, stop it. So let me ask you a question.
What up, though? I'm out of liquor.
This might be a bad question. This might be a bad question.
Go ahead.
So we all don't see, we're all.
Nah, I'm not doing that. Don't even ask me.
Yo, what? What I was about to say?
I ain't even getting in this.
What I was about to say?
Say what you gotta say.
I ain't talking about if you found out that Joan was a transgender.
No.
Go ahead.
Close to that though.
Go ahead.
So there's a transgender woman, right? So that she identifies as a woman now and a girl. Would you do a normal threesome, or run down on the woman with the transgender? Because it's the same as running down on them with your friend. Let me ask you.
Me and Raheem ran down on the joint. He was gay. He was gay.
Okay, but would you ever run down on something with,
but
a,
at this
with
time,
a transgender
she would be
woman?
a woman. She used to be a man. So you have to have.
Meaning both of y'all run down on the chick. I'm just curious. I'm saying, would you do that?
Transgender community.
So he wouldn't have to interact with him technically at all.
You wouldn't do anything with the transgender woman, just like you would do if you ran trains with your brothers. Yeah, so my point is, throw a transgender woman in there and run down on a woman.
Stay at your end, I stay at my end.
Okay.
I don't give a shit.
Okay.
You got some titties to look at too.
Yo, that was very funny.
That was funny,
very funny, yo.
Yes, that was fucking.
I think that's an interesting
Not
question.
only that, but I feel like
that's hilarious.
You'd have blocked. They're like, get that gay shit out of here. Get that gay shit out of here. You stay on your end. But keep them titties perky.
Dog. Hey, bro.
I ain't touching it.
Would you flick them?
Kev, would you tell her that only the top half of her abdomen could be close to you? The other half would have to be the other direction?
I'm just saying, you said shit, I'm saying my end. It's like, all right.
Which end?
Whatever end we at. I got head,
Whatever
you got
we
tails.
at.
You switch up.
And don't, yeah.
We don't cross
Don't
swords.
graze me with that thing.
But what if she came behind you with her titties on your chest, on your back?
No.
Or her titties on your back.
So Kev, you let niggas come behind you?
See,
I would have never. I would have.
No.
I know. We're trying to cut down on both of y'all.
You let a dude walk behind you.
It's not a dude no more. It's a woman.
No. Just
go ahead.
I would have never. My answer was I would have never indulged.
You. What a dude. When you ran trains, Cash only even.
Yeah, but when I'm to go to
so
his.
when you ran a train, dudes walk behind you when y'all was trying to switch up.
No, you have to have at least like 10 feet.
And y'all had to see each other, look each other in the
You
eye.
gotta see. No, yo, so you're going to see each other. It is what it is.
It's going
as long as
to
you're
be
not,
the same.
You know what I'm saying? Staring.
But
at
what
it,
I'm saying is,
rules.
Kev, does the same rules apply if it's two women?
No, that's
wait. Does the same rules apply?
Not in a threesome, no.
Okay, so now, okay. I'm getting into some shit. If the rules,
we're not getting into that.
If the rules don't apply, nobody's saying that you're not, and I'm not saying that you're trying to have sex with this person.
I just thought it was an interesting question.
It's an interesting,
and I respect your answer.
Yeah,
because I probably would too.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I don't even think I would even have the balls to even go into that situation.
I'm saying if it happened naturally,
just knowing,
it happened naturally.
Hey, look, bro.
Like, yo, you about to run that? Yo, you cool with this? All right. You cool with this? All right, cool. Just look.
Yo,
here's a rule.
Same rules apply.
Let's run down on it.
Standard rules apply.
Run down on her.
That is the place. And then you got some titties to look at.
If y'all best friends, it's like cool, yo.
You got titties to look at, like, wow.
Would you compliment her after? It's like, you monkey dunker her, yo.
Hey, yo. Question. Do you think that he would have like
it's a she
or she would have like full intercourse? Because I'm assuming with this question being said, you're saying that only the parts are still intact.
It was honestly just a really far off question. I thought Kev was going to say something crazy else, but he was like, "Oh, all right, fuck it."
I just said
the fact. That was 100% a slam dunk, bro.
I really thought he was going to go the other way.
I would have assumed.
Okay,
Kev is growing so much.
Really.
Watching Kev grow,
it's your pride,
bro. I don't.
It's loosening.
I keep it G.
You loosened your pride.
I don't. I put it to you like this: how I look at people. You happy? You happy?
Right.
I don't care what you do.
Right.
When you start affecting my happiness, then we got more. Then we got more problem.
I agree.
We got a problem.
I got you.
You're affecting what makes me happy or what I deem for me to have happiness. Don't overstep that bounds. But if you want to be happy in your own space, be happy. Who Who am I to care? You're happy.
I'm very prideful when it comes to my happiness.
I'm just saying. That's when I see people. When I see people. When I see people all the time, like, oh, they should ban gay marriage. What? Are you marrying?
Why?
Are you marrying this person?
Why?
Yeah,
Look,
I could care
Look,
less.
dude,
Let them be miserable like all of us.
Does he
Yes.
look happy? Exactly. He ain't happy,
No,
dude.
you want to know why?
Married dude.
You want to know why? You want to know why? And I don't know why this is,
I see right now.
but I see more happily gay marriages than I do happy straight marriges.
It's all the same. You still
No. I'm not talking about like when I view the people that are together. I'm like, yo, it doesn't matter how long they've been together when they're married. Like if they're married, it just seems like
because it was so because back a lot of people that especially the older
like
people,
they probably had to fight so hard to get to that point.
Yeah, so and it was taboo and everybody hated. Now everybody's appreciative of. So it was like I can be in public and be me in public.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry. In 20 years when it becomes really normalized, then you're gonna start to realize.
Then you're gonna see everybody unhappy, huh?
Yeah, gay dude. You're gonna be
you're
like, yeah, this motherfucker getting my fucking nerves. You need to go somewhere. Don't worry, I was just so happy on Facebook the other week ago.
Once they make it, once everybody's just cool with it, I think like in the nursing home, Kev just gonna come out.
Yeah, Kev.
Both of y'all. It's gonna come out. I got a boyfriend. His name's Samuel.
Kev is gonna go back to the original statement. You were the guy. You were the first to have one in your lap.
Oh God, yeah, I know, right?
That would be his statement. That would be his retort for that.
You would come out. No, I'm fine.
I'm cool. Listen,
I'm cool.
I'm not knocking. I don't give a fuck about nobody. I don't care what people do.
Yeah, I have no interest in.
I just care to see you.
Just leave me the fuck alone.
Right.
Just leave me alone. That's all I ask. Leave me alone.
Just leave me alone.
Don't chase me around trucks while I'm peeing.
Leave me alone with your happiness.
Nah, I don't care. Listen,
I think you got the right idea.
but I'm saying, dog, it's how I feel about the whole situation. If you say, hey, respect me as this, respect me as that, call me this and announce me that, cool. But if I have some ignorancy in the past that I didn't know about, don't try to fucking come at my job. Hey, come talk to me and educate me.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? I'm two different peoples from back then than what I am now.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
That's what I don't like. Maybe somebody was ignorant. Like I was watching. You ever watch Eddie Murphy Raw?
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah.
Mm.
The jokes he got away with then. If he said now, he'd be canceled. But I'm saying it's like, all right, cool. That was a different time in the era. You don't like that. He's not the same person. One. And if you don't like that style of comedy, don't try to cancel him. Just don't watch it. I always say, because I always big up podcasts. My favorite podcaster is Joe Rogan. But he get a lot of motherfuckers on there who's borderline racist. I don't want to cancel him. I was like, I'm not listening to this episode. I'm not listening.
Bill Burr.
And that's not his views. That's not particular.
What about Bill Burr? I love Bill Burr.
I love Bill Burr. He said nigga before. He said it on the special.
The N-word, right?
The actual N-word. He said nigga. I watched this.
The actual N-word. Then he said the word.
I actually watched the special. He was like, yeah. My grandma was like, she was watching. She see I had a black girlfriend, and she was like,
I think you showed me that, or I might have saw that.
And she was like, yeah. I could just picture in her mind saying, oh my gosh, I can't believe he's with that nigga.
Yep. He said it on stage. Yep. I remember that.
Yeah.
And the black people were probably laughing.
It was the funniest shit I ever heard in my life.
It's funny.
But I'm not listening. I'll never listen to Don Imus, who called a bunch of girls, a bunch of black girls, nappy head hoes.
And then thought that was okay. Look at them in their nappy heads. Dude, what did you just say?
You get what I'm saying?
What?
But that's what I'm saying. I listen to Joe Rogan. He had a couple people I'm on them like, yo, I'm not listening to these racist people. Or what I deem to be racist or what I deem to be offensive to me. If you get somebody back on here funny who's worth listening to, I listen to. I don't think you that person, but you hang with a lot of people.
I just feel like you shouldn't discriminate against racism.
Is
that wrong?
Listen, man, bro. It's like I don't lie.
A little bit spicy.
I don't lie when I say I prefer. Donald Trump made shit clear to me. I appreciate you. You was the worst president, but man, made people see.
Yeah,
You
he made
made
them
me
come out.
see people were who they really was. Because people always used to say to me, the same people like, "Oh, I can't stand Obama." I'm like, why you don't like him for?
He's
Don't-
just cause.
I don't like his political views, and he's soft. I'm like,
BS.
all right, cool.
Mhm.
When Trump came out, like, all right, let me hear what you got.
They love
Trump. I don't feel them Tiki Torch guys was in the wrong. There it is. You bought Tiki Torches.
Yeah. They made themselves very clear. Very clear. And where they stand. Yes.
How you feel about? I'll be like, how you feel about the Proud Boys? You like them too? I'm following them on Facebook. Yeah, bro. I would. Gotcha. You said the N word.
Should we cancel them?
I ain't canceling nobody.
Because I'm one of those people that I'm not gonna lie. If I see like, which I feel Facebook put it,
would you
put
want
it in your
somebody?
face
Would
on
you want somebody to
purpose.
cancel you for your job?
Listen for a second.
Go ahead.
So if you see somebody, let's say harass a black girl, right? Call her the N-word, like destroy her car, just go crazy. When they go to his jobs, because they're gonna go. I don't think they caught up to this yet. When you do stuff like that, people look for you immediately. People look for who you are, and then they will go see where you work at on Facebook because you'll show it, and they'll go to your job and they'll show them the video, and they'll ask for you to be fired. I think that's right.
So how about? Okay,
I'm a snitch.
So how about that's right? And he got a 2 kids that's 12-year-olds that hate their dad for doing that.
Learn from your mistakes.
No, they kids.
What I just say.
Hate. So you.
I said what I said.
No, I'm saying. I'm like, you can say whatever you're saying. I'm dead serious. Learn from your mistakes. If you went on a racist rant, did some crazy stuff to somebody, and you displayed violence,
I don't think
you should
leave the man job alone. But you can out him for being a
No.
racist. You can out him for being a racist.
No, it's up to his company to fire him.
Yeah.
But if you showing his company like, oh yeah, this your employee, this the dude that said N-word. Well, what if his boss is black? What if it's some of his employees? What if his coworkers are black?
Out him on Facebook,
Right.
tag him and out him. It's cool. What his job do to him, his job do to him. Now his friends.
Correct.
I ain't saying I'm not going to nobody's job and say you should be fired, bro. I'm not doing that. I'm not taking. You take money out of my mouth like that, dog. That's you.
Well, let me take that out of the equation then. Don't ask for him to be fired, but basically send the video to his company.
Okay, this is where you be fired at. I'm gonna tell you. If you're a pedophile and you work, I found out you're a pedophile and you work at a daycare, you should be fired.
You go to jail for hate crimes.
If I find out you're a cop and when you're off duties, N-word that
I'm pretty sure a lot of them do.
You should be fired.
Okay.
Because your job is putting other people's lives in danger.
So let me ask you a question. What if he was a banker? What if he was a guy who approved loans?
Fired. But if you're some guy,
you could be anything in that case.
If you're working at McDonald's, and
what if he's a teacher?
If you're working at McDonald's as a cashier,
what if he's a fireman?
Then life already punished them as life's already punished them. But my point is this: when they send that video, it's up to your job. Like if I was on here, obviously, and I'm talking hate to whatever, and somebody from my job or even period sends this to my job.
Kev, somebody did it to you. A UPS delivery man comes to your door. He throws your package at the door, and he calls you something like a coon or something.
You gonna want to your truck as fast as you can.
Exactly.
Because I'm gonna beat the brakes off.
You're going to
jail.
You're going to jail.
Trip in my yard. I'm dragging your ass back in this.
But you're the one that's going to jail.
You call me a coon.
What if you can't catch him?
Yeah.
What if you can't catch him?
Oh, Bert, I'll go to your job. Your worker called me a coon, dog. I need to see them. I need to see homie.
But that's
just went to the job.
Oh, you want to go? Okay, you're saying go to him and beat him up.
Yeah,
you're going to jail, kid. You're going to jail.
Yeah, they're not going to tell you,
and then they're gonna call that a hate crime.
So I'm one of those people.
Yeah, because he's going to be white.
You
don't have no proof of him saying nothing, and you just came to his job to beat him up for what reason? Nobody knows.
You're going to go to jail.
You're going to jail.
Send the video. Listen. At the very least, everybody knows who he is,
bro.
That's my point.
I'm telling y'all.
Yep.
Y'all start going down this slippery slope.
What slippery slope?
Think about shit y'all posted back in the day that y'all thought was funny that nobody else
ever posted anything about gay people.
Not one time.
Or white people or none of that. Cowboys fans maybe.
Nigga, this conversation, some of the word and terminology you use. This conference, I cuss.
Said the N word.
It's
All
been
right.
all through the episode.
I know. I'm trying to stop it but y'all don't get the facial
We
tics.
understand, but the
don't
thing
get the
about it is
cues.
when we get into our own,
I know,
we're
but
being
let's
us.
cool that
It's
down.
gonna be hard to stop
Negro.
Kev from being
Negro.
Kev.
Just try.
Yo, bro. Okay,
It's cool now.
you know what I gotta say, bro. Yo, bro. Listen, bro. Somebody listen to this. If somebody listened to this episode right now and took what you said out of context and filed it to your boss, and you lost your job over that, you be tight.
You can't take somebody in the scenario that I gave. You can't take somebody harassing a black woman, calling her the N-word, and busting her car up
listen, she
as out of context.
All right, it ain't out of context. You do what you
What,
want.
he just had a bad day?
I'm just saying you do what you want to do, man.
And his racism came out?
You start people start playing with these job situations, and then you have a
But Kev, you don't do nothing like that. That would put you in a position to be like, I'm gonna lose my job because I was an idiot.
Bro, so if a chick flat my tires, I can go to her job.
What are you trying to say, bro?
Yeah, but that's not.
Are you talking about me?
Oh, snap! That was a quick.
So
one.
why you take it to her job and get her fired?
Because
I'm not going to tell you why.
why.
I'm going to tell you why.
Use a coworker. It's like that.
But that's a personal thing. That's between her and
Yeah,
him. That's not an overall.
I ain't no snitch.
Yeah, and that's not even an overall. And it wasn't no job
Bro,
being committed there.
But if
you posting, you were talking just a random person do that, and you were gonna find a job,
bro. If
Dre out there doing research. Oh, you work here,
bro. Somebody, if the dude.
You want to get it. All you gotta do.
We want to do fire cool,
but you don't have to do none of that nowadays. All you got to do is post a person and post their name, and everyone else does the detective work for you.
That's my point. That's what happens.
That's what I'm saying. You can post them.
Like it's just like
the boy that went and did the racist rant in Mount Laurel in Jersey.
That's one of the things I was thinking about.
He was forced to sell his home. I just heard about him.
Shouldn't he have been?
Yeah, forced.
He lives around all black people. Guess what? For his safety. Because if you saw him, hold on. If you lived where he lived at when you saw him, wouldn't you just pick a fight with him?
Yep.
I would pick a fight with him.
Kev the type of shoot pellet guns at him.
I don't pick fights. I don't pick a fight.
I'll finish him.
Like, no. I don't pick. See, picking a fight means you go instigate, let's swing. I seen you just off top.
But that's my point.
Hoodied up off top. You don't know who did it.
But that's my point, though. When you see him, it would make you angry, correct?
You just caught the fade, and you didn't even know who did it to you.
When you see him, though, it would make you angry because you saw what he did online.
Oh, word!
And you can visually see hate.
You got balls enough to walk around here. All right, bet. Let me give you this real quick.
That's all I'm saying, man.
Give me this real quick.
That's all I'm saying. Now, imagine you work with somebody and you saw them online. Somebody might have just sent the video to the company, but you saw it.
I worked with a dude, and I just stopped talking to him. I just stopped messing with him.
Where did he touch you?
I already grabbed your penis, Dre. But listen,
why is everything a mirror?
But I'm saying, he said, I seen two N-words fighting. Not two black people, two N-words. This is a white dude telling a Puerto Rican dude this. Everybody brought this stuff up to his attention. And I'm like, yo, bro, we ain't got nothing to talk about no more when I see you. And they're like, all right, whatever. They ain't gonna fire you. Like, everybody said something about what you said. Ain't gonna say nothing to you. Cool. I'm not talking to you. I ain't gotta talk to you. I'm at work. I tell you in a heartbeat, this is a job. This ain't a make friends. My job ain't to make friends. My job is to do what you told me to do and go home. So don't start that BS.
Well, what happened? Nothing happened to this guy. Everybody knows he said that.
Karma happened to him. He left the job on some BS medical leave and can't get his job back.
Okay.
I ain't gonna say where I work at, but if you just go look up where I work at or try, even I don't post nothing about my job. I don't even post where I work at. I have nothing
except for that one video.
Except for 2 videos.
I took it down.
That went viral.
I took it down.
Oh,
I still got it.
I took it down. 2 videos. I ain't got those 2 videos on viral. I take everything down.
He said I ain't got those 2 videos that went viral. Yeah,
I'm joking.
You get to see nothing where I was working at. I never say where I work at. I don't even say it on here. I don't care where I work at because I don't care more.
Only Kev says where I work at, even though I try not to say it.
Yeah,
he says it.
I blanked it. I blank it out. That's
I'll be forgetting.
Let's wrap this shit up, man.
Dog. Listen. regardless of what you said, I feel like we've talked about some really important things today. And honestly, I thought this was a good episode.
I think it was a really good episode.
It's a great episode. See, but see,
listen, go ahead, cuss me out.
Here's the thing about it.
No.
Here's the thing about it.
This is what I try to drag out.
You in words.
That's what I try to drag out of you too much.
At the beginning, you were a radio host.
Nah, because we was doing a pride thing. But I always ask y'all, clown, what do y'all want to talk about?
Damn.
I say I can't say the N word.
Listen,
I'm trying.
We're cutting down on the N word.
But I try to say, yo, there's a lot of stuff we can talk about.
Yo, clown hurts more.
Yeah, way more.
But see how the conversation goes, dog. The conversation is a conversation.
Jokers. There you go. That's a perfect substitution.
Clowns. Listen.
Such a dickhead.
Come on there,
I
Frog
stand
Shirt.
by that.
Let's
So
go.
I just want y'all to be more like this instead of like even y'all just relax.
I'm always
all
relaxed.
looked at each other. We talking.
I think it's because we changed the
I
season
was
around.
looking the whole
We
time.
had to.
I have this right here.
We had to make Dre release the reins. He sit over there. Now
It's hard.
Now he's just there to force the conversation now.
It's hard. I'll be trying to tell
Yeah.
Ken which button to push. and he's
Nah,
just like,
no
I
more
missed
buttons.
it.
We just running. Now.
I missed it. Nah, it's all right.
We just running. I think this is how it's gonna be from now on.
All right,
Word.
so
You
we
sit
out.
Don't
your
look
ass
at me.
over there next to the wall.
Listen,
Put him in the corner. Put him in the corner.
Put him in the corner.
hey, listen, this was your favorite podcast, the Opinionated
The
Podcast.
number one South Jersey podcast.
And we were your host,
I'm Cool Kev.
Kevin
He
Durant.
don't know his
Kevin
name
Durant.
no more.
Nah, I'm Kevin Durant. Nah, don't call
And I'm
him
Big
that.
Dre. And we'll see you guys next time.
Peace.
Peace. And